man. And it's not right, but it's what I think of. So anyway.
Alright, fine.
Elijah, we're here with the 11.8 patch notes. We're late, so I'm probably not going to get as many views on this as I usually do. But that's okay.
When does this patch come out?
I believe... Let me check. Comes out... on April 14th. So today, actually, at 3 a.m. PT. So for us, probably 5 a.m.
Alright, 5 a.m.
Fortunately, I will not be partaking in the 5 a.m. League festivities, so...
Why not?
That is way too early. Dude, I'm already going to be mentally drained after what we did today in Ranked. Like, it's not worth it. But anyway.
Alright.
This patch is exciting because we have Gwen.
Guinevere Beck?
Guinevere Beck. The scissor, hopefully top laner, AP, hopefully bruiser champion. Because that's what Riot advertised, kind of. So let's see what else they're doing. If you're looking for something cutting edge, they've got Gwen. Okay, no one cares. Rammus has a new slam and jam ult. Okay, did your spring cleaning. They've adjusted some mythics.
I haven't seen the Rammus ult.
Dude, you're gonna see it. Get your grubby little enchanter hands on. Okay. You've missed playing some champs in their trusty old lanes. Okay. The very purple Dr. Mundo? I don't think they should touch Mundo until they fucking rework him. But anyway, let's see what's going on. ARAM VFX updates. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for the ARAM community.
They're putting this first, so it must be important. Anyway.
Yeah, there's look.
This was yesterday bug fix? Yeah, that was yesterday bug fix. Okay. Okay, no one cares. Alright, so the skins this patch. Have you seen the skins?
No.
Okay, we'll go after them at the end then. So, the new champion Gwen. Have you seen what she does?
Whatever back now.
Elijah.
I just know she has scissors.
Elijah, come on. Come on now. You don't know what she does like at all.
Nope.
That is ridiculous, young man. Let's fix that. Come on, how do I... What the fuck is this shit? Alright, hold on. Properties. I'm gonna bring up her abilities now. Bring that up for me, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
What the fuck is this? There we go. Okay, let's lower this down. Why is this not getting lowered? Oh my god, it's so big. Okay, people ignore this. Okay, so we're gonna switch back to Google and we're gonna get her abilities up. Ooh. Okay. You see Google, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go to Gwen. Where the fuck is
Guinevere back?
Yes. It should be right here. Here we go. Ability rundown. Here we go. So Elijah, her passive. Let's add some sound here. Her passive deals on hit bonus magic damage based on max health of the enemy.
Later the Ruin King?
But for mages, yes. And she heals from it. So there's that. Now remember that name, because the passive's important.
1,000 cuts?
Yeah, the passive's important. So her Q is basically, she cuts her scissors in front of her, and the more she autos, the more she can cut when she uses it. And in the minimum...
Like one snip per basic attack?
Yeah, and in the middle, it does true damage. And it applies the passive.
Oh, if they're in the middle of the cone?
Yeah, in the middle, it applies true damage, but in general, it applies the passive as well. So that's it right there. See, she autos Viego a couple times, and she goes like that.
Oh shit, that's hot, that's hot.
Yes, that's like 6 times she does it. That's twice, and then you saw the 6. And that applies the passive of the max health damage that she also heals from. What are you thinking so far?
She's always healing so far, with like off of her first ability?
If she autos, if she Qs, she's healing.
Okay.
Okay, her W. Now this is where it gets a little crazy, young man. Her W is the mist that makes her immune to everything if you're not in it. It's basically Xin Zhao ult in an ability. It's a Xinjiao ult in an ability that can move with you. And you can't even get hit by anything. Like, it's not
Wait,
like,
so she doesn't take any damage?
No, it doesn't even hit her. Like, you know how, like, Maokai ult will, like, root Xinjiao, but it won't damage him? Because he's out of the thing? This won't even hit her. It won't even, like, CC her at all.
So she just gets, like, a cleanse for free?
If you're not in that zone with her, yes. And if she moves, it follows her for the first time. So, what else does it do?
It looks like you need a burster.
Yes. Okay. And then the E is basically just a stem. So with the E, you dash, and then your attacks have more range, attack speed, and more damage. And if you attack someone while this is up, I think...
You got 50% cooldown?
Yeah, so you're incentivized to just brawl with this. Like, yeah, that's her autoing with it. Like, that's the increased auto range, too. So she's very auto attack reliant.
Yeah, I see that.
And then her ulti, which in my opinion is the most lackluster part of her kit, she just throws needles at you. And if she hits anything while she's doing it, she can recast it up to 3 times. So she needs to hit you with the needle to do more needles. And each needle procs the passive.
Okay.
So she basically does a shit ton of, like, max health damage.
And heals.
And heals from it, yes. A shit ton of max health damage.
She looks solid.
Heals. Dude, she's crazy.
I actually kind of want to buy her.
Dude, I do too. I want to play her. And I didn't even show that on stream, but that's okay. Because people should know what Gwen does already. But anyway. Let's go back to the patch notes. Fuck, it didn't switch. Hold on. Why is it not switching? Wait,
Chris, just ask Jamie to fix it.
You don't see League, right? You still see this shit?
Yeah, I still see that shit.
Bro, what the fuck? Alright.
Chris, now technical difficulties.
Now we're gonna do this. Now, we force it to comply.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's her shit. I think she's gonna be at least decent, if not good, depending on her scalings, which I saw, and I forgot. But I think she's solid. I think she's solid, and people are probably gonna complain about her.
That's good. She looks fun.
She's gonna get nerfed into the ground, probably. But anyway, Annie. Do you see Annie at all in our games?
Nope.
Neither do I. I think Annie is absolutely dog. I think at most she's only used for a good engaged team fight, and that's about it.
That and she's like healthy. She's like kind of like, you build her kind of tanky.
Yeah, but then she doesn't fucking nuke people.
Well, yeah, but you use her for utility because she always has stun up.
Mages aren't supposed to be for utility. They're supposed to be for damage.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's no way they nerf her here. They have to buff her. And they're nerfing her. What? They're increasing... Okay, so this is a nonsense change, and I guess Annie's getting smacked on the mouth for using W, of all things. The little fucking wiener range cone. But anyway.
They just upped its cost by 10.
Ofelios.
Finally. Some good fucking food.
So, in my opinion, Ofelios is sleeper. And that could mean one of two things. That could either mean...
He's ass?
He's good and no one knows it. Or everyone thinks he's ass, in which case Riot might buff him. If he's good and no one knows it, Riot might know it and they might nerf him. But if he's bad... If people think he's bad, which he's not, they're gonna buff him. And it looks like they're buffing him anyway, so it's fine. So, the passive lethality increased, the arm main weapon effects strengthened. The only thing that really matters from this, as far as I could tell before I really look at any of the changes, is the lethality. And is it by much? No. So, 18, 19, 20. So you're getting 3 extra lethality late, which means you're mitigating 3 more armor. That's probably like a level's worth of armor, if at all. But it really, like, this means almost nothing.
Lackluster. Very lackluster.
This means almost nothing, because you're already getting this last, and games don't even last this long, so most of the time you're not even going to see this change at all. You're not even gonna feel it either because it's lethality. It's not straight armor pen. And who are you using this against? The other AD? You're already gonna kill them. This is
very lackluster.
Stupid change. Now let's
but
see
it's
the
a buff.
R.
But it's a buff nonetheless.
It is a buff, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Okay.
Now the R. How are they changing this? The Calibrum
does more damage.
Fuck. What is Calibrum? That's a sniper. So the sniper does 10 more damage on the ulti mark, not on the regular mark, but the ulti mark. The healing is up by 25. The root duration is up by 0.1 of a second. So a tenth of a second. Infernum Splash. That's actually the biggest thing there, I think, the Infernum Splash. It's not much, but it's helpful. And then the Crescendum Chakram. 5 to 6 total? This doesn't matter at all. This is like a non-buff. Like, this, none of these matter. The only biggest thing that matters is the flamethrower splash damage, but even then, if it's not 100, we ain't talking. It's very minor, like, buffs.
Well,
this doesn't
but
matter.
it still makes your character sleeper, Mr. Allen. Like, he's still the sleeping giant, at least.
He's like 5% better.
Yeah, a little, just, you know, a little.
5% better. Better, but like, okay, like not by much. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Cassiopeia. I haven't seen this champion at all.
I've never seen that. I forget she's a champion.
Yeah. I think she's such a high skill cap, you will only see her in high elo or Korea.
Yeah. She's way too hard to play.
Yeah, because of that, I feel like she needs to get buffed. Like, there's no way, unless they like don't like how good she is in only the high elos, there's no way they nerf her, because then no one's gonna play her, and they need to sell skins for her.
Like, nobody already does play her.
Yeah. So they're buffing the E Twin Fang. You max this first, so you're definitely gonna feel it, but
it's only by 8 mana though.
But that adds up. Like, if you use this 5 times, 8, 16, 10, 32, 40, that's a whole 40 mana. I remember this can refund itself. Oh
yeah, that's true.
So
it's more easier, like more forgiving if you like fuck it up and just like waste mana, or like you fuck up the combo, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not like using that much mana.
So it's a little better for like lower skill.
And you have higher kill pressure too.
Yeah.
You can spam it more.
So it's a little better if you're not good at, like, I guess, farming minions with it. So basically it's just better for bad players, honestly. But you shouldn't be playing Cassio if you're not good. So this kind of does nothing in my eyes. It's good, but it's the same thing with Ofelios. It's like a meaningless change in my eyes. It's good, but it's rarely going to help the good players, and the bad players, it might lure them onto it, but it's definitely going to just cause them to end if you're already playing Cassio. So, stupid change.
Mundo? When are we getting the rework already, yo?
Dude.
Come on.
I don't know anymore. I thought by this point we would have it.
Oh my goodness.
If it doesn't come by halfway through the year, something's wrong, right?
And the fact that they're like nerfing his values or changing his values around means like, oh, we're gonna be stuck with this for a little longer.
I was thinking that too. Like, because they're touching him, they're gonna use it as like the excuse, like, oh, we changed them, so we're waiting. But anyway, I think Mundo just suffers from like the same fucking problems. He's simple, which isn't bad. He's good against all Magic teams, which isn't bad. He's just niche. If the enemy has a Vayne, Mundo's crying to like death. Yeah. But like, other than that, I think he's just very niche into Magic teams, simple, and there's kind of people who just do his shit better. Like, why would you ever want to play Dr. Mundo? You offer almost nothing to the team except you don't die. You really just don't offer anything else besides a slow at most. At most. But his laning is really strong.
And he can run you down.
I mean, yeah, his laning is pretty strong, but like overall, he just doesn't bring a lot. So they have to buff him. What are they doing? At present, Jungle Mundo's been smashing. Okay.
Yeah, his clear speed is crazy.
And top lane Mundo's been crashing. Oh boy. So they're removing his. Okay, so they don't like him jungle, and they're trying to buff his top lane. So the max health regen is going up by 1%. This is pretty fucking big. This is almost like doubling the effectiveness of it. Almost. Like, what is this?
Yeah, you're really gonna feel the passive now.
Yeah, like, this is actually ridiculous, because this never like can be negated unless by anti-heal. That's the only thing that will lower this. This is always on throughout the whole game.
It's always on him.
Yep, even in combat, no matter what. So this is huge change in my opinion. Is it enough to matter? No, but you will feel it. You will feel it.
He's gonna survive a lot more, yeah.
Yeah. Like, his laning is a lot better. Q, Infected Cock.
They nerfed it crazy against the fucking monsters.
Yeah, so you're not going jungle anymore with him. But if you hit an enemy, you actually get the full health. That is ridiculous. Yeah, his laning is so good.
Yeah, his laning's really good.
Shit. They used to have this too, and they said his laning was too good, so they took it away. And they're just giving it back now because they don't know what else to do with him.
Well, yeah, because they're like, wait, he's almost ready, I guess, right?
We can't change him too much. And then the E is going down. Damn, yo.
Yeah, that's for the clear, I feel like.
Maybe, but that's sad to see. They really just want you maxing Q again, I guess. Like,
yeah,
going
you
into
just
tanks.
chucking cleavers.
Yeah, which is how I like to play Mundo. All right, so really good buffs on Mundo, not bad. Gunnar. I think Gunnar fucking sucks fucking wiener. What they've done over the years with Gnar is they've nerfed almost every aspect of Mini Gnar's kit, only buffed Mega Gnar. You can only go into Mega Gnar for like, what, 10 to 8 seconds or some shit like that? Like, it's not long, maybe 15 if I'm really being generous. And through the buffs they've given throughout the years, the only biggest thing they've ever done to Gnar is put his ult on like a 10-second cooldown late. Or like 15-second cooldown late. They just want him to be an engage bot. An engaged CC bot when he's big. When he's small, he's an annoyance, and that's all he is.
Yeah, he does. Exactly.
Like, he's so bad. I feel like the Mini Gnar used to be okay, and now it's just so bad.
Now it's just a pest, yo. Like, you're upset that you're playing it. The enemy team's upset that you're fucking playing it.
Like the only thing Mini Gnar is for
fun.
is just to get Big Gnar and do something. That's all it is. But what are they doing? I feel like he sucks, so he has to get buffed, right? W bonus move speed decreased. He's getting nerfed again! In mini form!
Because they don't like it. They don't like it.
Oh my god. Honestly, though, if they were ever going to do a nerf to Mini Gnar, this is what they should have done. Like, the whole problem with Gnar is his E and his W. The W gives him move speed out the ass, and then if you ever try and engage on him, he's gonna get scared and just E away.
Jump out.
Yeah, like, it's so fucking stupid.
It's hard to kill him.
They fixed half the problem. They need to touch the other half, but by how much is it? It's 5%. No one cares. No one cares about this change.
Leblanc.
I think Leblanc is honestly in a decent spot. I've seen, like, today we had a LeBlanc who's blowing people up, which is her job. And she actually does it.
That was the only LeBlanc I've seen do it, though, like, in a long time.
Yeah, so that was about to bring that up. It's been a while since LeBlanc has been able to do that. And since the fact that, like, only one person really did it means probably not too often you see that happening. So LeBlanc has to get off. Like, I feel she's okay, but LeBlanc being okay means she's not doing crazy. So what is she doing? Q damage and total damage increased, but the real question is by how much? 10 base damage, 20 total damage, huh?
Pretty good, Mr.
This is okay. Not a bad change, but pretty meh. It's definitely better, and it's slightly noticeable, but really whatever. Ooh, Lee Sin. They've done nothing but buff Lee Sin.
The worthless fucking jungler.
Like, over the past, I don't know how many patches
they've
just buffed
Lee Sin, you're trolling, yo.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Like, unless they just over buff his damage, he's not going to be good.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only thing, in my opinion, on Lee Sin that matters, just damage. And even then...
Like to be really effective on Lee Sin, you need to be playing him at such a high level when you could play like any other jungler, do what he can do at such like a regular level. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would there's like at a lot less risk. Lee Sin has to throw himself in the middle of the fight to do it.
Like, if you can't ward hop, which they made it harder to do anyway.
Yeah, it's harder to do as well.
Like, it's
like, when do you ever have a ward?
You pray.
As Lee Sin, now you can't get sight zone or anything. Like, dude, come on.
You have to do it off a pink.
Yeah, sometimes. Like, dude, that makes it even worse. You know, like, yo, he's such a shit champion.
They took away a lot of his core tools, and then, like, stats on Lee Sin don't matter except if it's damage. Like, most of the stats don't matter because he was so versatile with the ward hopping, but now it's just like he's been gutted, and he's not gonna really get good until he's just overblown.
And they're not gonna make, like, I think they like the fact that only supports have the ward shit.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not going to give it to just everybody.
Yeah. So, I don't think no matter what they do to Lee Sin, he's still going to be bad.
Yeah,
so what are they doing? We're giving Lee Sin more clear to help him keep an eye on other top junglers. So basically what this actually means is, yeah, we know Lee Sin's ass, but now he could gank sooner because he does his clear faster. So the one thing he might have is, yeah, he could get to you earlier, but...
He's still ass.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Orianna. Wait, we're already on the
command and protect.
Orianna, I think, is actually really fucking good.
She's always been really good.
She's like high skill cap. Like, that's literally just the character. Really good, high skill cap. You need to be able to, like, use your two eyes effectively and, like, actually multitask. But in general, I think she's actually so good because I see her spam non-stop in LCS and EU LCS. Or, what is it called? Fucking LEC? Yeah. I forgot what it's called. But, like, she's spammed so much that, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to nerf her just from the fact that she's spammed and ranked. So, what are they doing?
She's really good. She's really good. Yeah. With her ult.
Yeah.
Like, she does good damage and while, like, also, like,
being somewhat tanky, too. Great passive.
Tanky, yeah.
Like, there's not one part of her kit. Speed. Yeah, like, there's no part of her kit that's bad. None at all.
And her auto stack damage. Like...
Yeah, it's crazy. So, E bonus resistances decreased early. I feel like this does nothing. Like, in my opinion, Orianna did not notice the resistances of the ball because the ball's barely even on her. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's
command
really
and protect.
480.
Like, most of the time the ball is out there doing something and you're not getting the bonus resistances anyway, so this is a non-existent change.
And it's only early.
I have to get the hell out of here.
Command and protect.
Okay, Rammus.
Ooh, Hunty champion.
So, Hunter does not play Rammus.
I don't play this though.
So, the Q
but
base
Hunter,
damage...
you have the FIFA skin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I remember you do actually play the FIFA skin. Hunter, would you tell us, like, a couple words on Rammus since you play the FIFA skin?
Okay. Yup.
No, like, how is he? How did he feel when you played him?
Yeah, FIFA.
I feel like I W the jungle camps and they still kill me.
Alright.
So would you say he's in a good spot?
No, I feel like his jungle clear is way too slow compared to his gank pressure, which is obviously high, but his clear is just so god awful that he just gets he can't
so
gank he can't gank at full health because the camps always like Bukaki him to half health. Like he can only taunt one raptor at a time.
Wait, but don't they just kill themselves on his W?
Yeah, but doesn't he get the bonus like tank and everything when he Ws?
For like 3 seconds.
Okay, so well, all these so you're saying the problem is in his early clear.
I mean, maybe now with the up to it, he had 4 more seconds on his W. That helps with his clear, obviously.
You're reading too ahead, Hunter. You're reading too ahead.
All right, I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't think he does enough clear.
Okay, so well, you know, spoiler alert, they're changing his fucking ult. Do I think the ult is the problem? No. Do I think it's outdated? Honestly, not really. It's just a big AoE fucking. Like,
you could build AP Rammus and still kind of like nuke the turrets if you dive.
The only thing I think with Rammus is his ult doesn't feel satisfying. Like, when you use it, you just don't feel like you're doing anything, but it's doing something.
It doesn't feel like an ult. It feels like a fourth ability.
Yeah, it's like, I'm ulting, but the damage is just going around me, and they're not getting CC'd.
Yeah, it's like wee damage.
Yeah. And they have to stay in it for like all 10 ticks for it to mean something.
Yeah. So, they're modernizing his ult, basically. Let's see what they're fucking doing. Let's be honest, this is just a buff.
You basically just get some fire passive with his ult.
The base damage of Q is nerfed, and they're doing this because he's on the fucking mobile game.
He is nerfed.
The W is Omega buffed. So basically, I think this actually helps a lot with his clear. If not for the speed, for just like his health, like he's gonna be tankier for longer.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lot healthier.
Yeah. It slightly helps with his clear.
You don't have to build Tiamat first item.
Oh my god. Excuse me. And the taunt is getting nerfed. Now let's see this crazy new ultimate. So he leaps in the air and slams down. It still has AP scaling, so he does kind of okay damage. Not really. The base scaling is terrible. The AP scaling is decent.
It still has tick.
It slows. Okay, Rammus generates aftershocks for 4 seconds, dealing wee AP and stacking the initial slow. Okay, so I feel like that's buffed. Like I didn't think the slow stacked before,
It's like a Sejuani ult.
but it like pulsates.
Yeah, the slow did not do that before.
And the damage is increased in the center. Okay, if Soaring Slam is cast while Rammus is in Power Ball, they're also knocked up. So basically, they just gave like his ult so much shit: a knock up, a stacking slow, initial damage, which is like big than what it used to be. So even if like they walk out of it, you got the brunt of it in the beginning.
Doesn't Sedge's flail still has like the AoE? So like even if like you don't miss it like in the area, like it still kind of slows you.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Yeah.
stack.
But like it's similar to that in that regard, I guess.
I guess it's just like we said though. Like they want his ult to feel like an ult.
But
Now
it's
it's doing all
worse
thing.
now.
Like at least now we could do an AoE stun.
Well, yeah, but now if you're not on top of them or they just walk out of it, you're not getting as much use out of it. Whereas like before, since it was on you,
But if you're playing Rammus, like you're in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, like you're gonna throw yourself.
You're gonna
in
be
anyway.
there. You're gonna be there, Chris.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
no
but
matter
like,
what.
with the old ult, it stayed on you. This ult, you're
Yeah.
placing it somewhere.
Like the slow zone is
Yeah,
set.
that-
Like
alright,
the
that is
old
bad,
slow
that is
zone
bad.
used to be around you wherever you go.
So it's better if you can hit it and I
But
guess
it's a
keep them in
stacking
it.
slow. Like it's more effective.
So like if you hit them in the middle of it, it's gonna be hard for them to walk out of all the way of the middle of it. But if you don't hit them in the middle of it, it's shittier.
I wish they showed how big it was. And the cooldown's going up, which is to be expected because it's
They
better.
they showed it in the skin spotlight. It's not too great though.
Okay, so overall, buff for Rammus, but I still think Rammus is kind of ass. You literally, he's just a niche pick like Mudo. You only pick him against full AD. So, there you
That's
go.
how he always was.
Boomble. What do I think of Boomble? I think they, at one point in the patch notes, they reworked his passive to the point where, like, or I think it was his E and his Q, where, like, they were just longer, because they didn't want him just spamming, like, half heat, even though it was a skill to do that. So,
I always get so scared with Rumble
They want
patches
to
just
auto.
because like I feel like if they tweak this champion just a little bit, he's gonna become such a fucking issue like he
Yeah.
was before.
Yeah.
so before they did what I said, where, like, they
With the
kind of nerfed
IQ.
his cooldowns, and, like, they reduced, like, the amount of time he could be just have over half heat.
He could have
He was
perma-shield.
oppressive. Like, he was fucking oppressive.
Mhm.
But now I
Dude,
feel like he's
I
like
hated
more
going
whatever.
against him top. I hated
I don't
it.
Dude,
think he's
I
that
love
bad
Rumble.
now. I think he's fightable.
I think he's okay, but he's definitely on the weaker
Weak.
side, I would say.
I think he
So-
should be stronger since all he does is damage.
Yeah, he's honestly just like a mage top. He is like, you don't build like half. Well, maybe you build Zhonya's, but like that's about it.
But,
You don't really
like,
build any other.
all the
You're
Rumble
building him
decks
healthy
I've
damage,
seen
it's like Swain.
Go him mid. Like he's not even like that good of like a top laner.
Yeah, so he's just literally a straight.
He's a
mage
better
now.
jungler than the top laner, honestly.
He's a better fucking nothing because he's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So what are
I
they
think he
doing?
can gank with the equalizer.
Let's see. Base magic resist and magic resist growth decreased. Okay, so he's worse mid. Passive overheating bonus damage decreased. Okay, not that anyone really used that.
Attack speed. But
Now
plus 30%
scales-
AP.
Wait, now scales with target's max health.
And it grants him attack speed.
Ooh,
Ooh,
the auto?
it's better against tanks.
E now
And-
reduces target's magic resist. What?
It always gave him 30% AP though.
We're finding a middle ground in both power by making better at beating down take your targets. And yeah, so they're literally just nerfing mid rumble.
Yeah,
That's all they're
yeah,
doing.
because they don't. Because that's the only place you play him.
He had no problem
Mid.
against tanks though. It's
So
like
they're like, yo,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause
him. Go back top lane,
he-
yo.
it's like
He
if
already
Rumble's
built
fighting
Dot
Shen,
and Pen.
he should win.
Yeah, I don't know what their reasoning behind this is. I guess
They don't
just
like him
further
mid.
increase it to put him
I
top.
guess maybe
They want
he
him
fights
top. They don't like him
Mordekaiser or
mid.
something. Like
Yeah.
that thing make his W better if you want him to be top. Like make him tankier.
So the auto now does 6% of their max health? That is
That's a lot.
ridiculous. Yeah, holy shit.
That's like the old Bork, right?
No, the old Bork was better.
Holy Allen.
It
Well,
was like 8,
overheated,
right?
he gains attack speed. I think at one point it used to be 8.
It was number 10, right?
October now reduces target magic by 10%, 15 when in danger zone. Okay, yeah, he just shreds. He literally just shreds now.
Yeah, E and then Q.
Yeah, so they want him to
Oh,
just
yeah.
go fight tanks. They want him to be up there. They don't like him mid.
Ridiculous. Yeah, so Rumble a lot better at killing tanks, but I feel
I don't
like
think
tanks barely go in the top lane.
I think he needs like a damage buff, if anything.
Yeah.
Like you remember like when they nerfed his Q like a few years ago, like we couldn't just like keep like the permanent like stack on it.
Yes.
Like that shit was like a fucking gutting.
I know, that's the part I was talking about in the beginning. Fucking, I don't know. I mean, it's good, but when do you go against tanks in the top lane? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
I
it's just
mean,
bruisers.
Shen, Nar.
there's a lot of bruisers up there.
Okay, but if you're going against
Mordekaiser.
Gnar, like, you're not gonna kill him unless
I
he's
feel
going
like
in ID.
Mordekaiser beats Rumble too. I feel Mordekaiser better AP top than him.
Yeah.
Well, Rumble. Well, this might help Rumble against Mordekaiser.
But Mordekaiser is better in it because of his ult. You know, the team fight if he hits it.
I feel like Rumble you could do more though.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's just
think
like
so,
more
too.
Like
impactful.
Mordekaiser, yeah, he can ult the AD, but Rumble can like ult the whole team
Yeah.
Yeah, and do like massive damage.
and just like choke and create like a choke point with it if he's if
Yeah,
he's good.
exactly. It's way more impactful than this nigga's ult.
So
He
this
just
is
takes somebody out for the fight.
yeah. So this is
And,
definitely a
and they
buff.
can get an item that counters it. They can get like QSS.
This is definitely a buff, but I don't know when it's gonna matter because when do you really go against like tanky people in the top lane?
Rumble might need another buff. That's going to be a good step for him though.
Yeah, Thresh.
His,
That's
his
bad.
E getting buff was crazy.
So Elijah,
Sure.
what do you think of Thresh right now?
I don't play him, but I
Why?
don't see him at all. I don't know.
Why do you think?
I just-
It's hard.
Not even that he's hard. It's just like I
Not
don't want
enough,
to play.
like,
I feel like
risk
when
not
you
enough
play
risk for
Thresh,
reward.
so much stuff is like expected of you. Like I don't know. It's like they expect so much of you to do, and like for you to do it, like
Like if they want
It
you
just-
to hook it, just play blitz at that point. Like at least you bring them right. To
yeah,
it.
I don't know. I feel like he does a lot, but like he's not impactful enough. Like why would you pick him over like
Over Blitz.
Leona or
Over
like
Blitz
fucking
even.
over Swain? You know what I mean? Like
I don't
who
know.
will just
I don't
destroy
know
you?
Blitz main.
So here's the way I would see it, right? I count. There's 2 supports in my mind
I never see Thresh.
that if I have 3 actually, there's 3 supports in my mind that if I have these support, like the best player support, I want them on one of these 3 champions:
Bard,
Thresh,
Thresh.
Alistar, Lulu. Those 3
Bard?
champions. Shut up. Those 3 champions are like ridiculous in my mind because Lulu is very good at a base level. You could be stupid, and as long as you put your stuff on the AD, you've done your job. Like Lulu is easy but high skill cap. Alistar is like middle pack. Like you need to kind of really think to do what you need to do on him, but he has a high skill cap
Alistar
too.
is-
Like
Alistar is nice though if you're good at him.
yeah, if you're good at Alistar and you
You
roam,
can fuck
like,
up the combo.
well, if you're good at him. Like I said,
Yeah.
he's mid tier. He's not like Lulu where okay, you could face roll your keyboard on the AD and you've done something. Alistar middle tier. Lulu easy tier. Thresh hard tier, but they all have extremely high skill ceilings. If you have a good Thresh, it is so hard to find, but it is like night and day when you have a good Thresh. It is
You
ridiculous.
think Leo's?
Yeah,
better-
no, I agree. A good Thresh can be so annoying
Suppressive.
and so yeah, exactly, so oppressive.
Like he can get you out, he can get you in, he could set you up, he could
Counter
kill you.
engage.
he
It's
can zone
ridiculous.
like the enemy too.
Pull
Like-
you. Yeah.
Like his damage, his ult damage is nothing to laugh at either. It is ridiculously high, and people like doubt it early.
It's like 250 like AP base.
I thought it was 300.
It might be 300. I thought it was like 250 base.
Like
I might
it
have
does
missed it.
as much as a Tristana ult, and Tristana's ult is one of the most damaging ults as an AD in the early game. But regardless, I think Thresh is ass because no one knows how to play him, or at least in our elo, he's ass. He's just really high skill cap and he's really hard.
Yeah,
And
Yes,
why
I
play
think
him when
he
you
is.
could play a mage? So
exactly.
basically, I think Thresh needs a buff. So what are they doing?
Nerfing him. They're making his
Good
basic
Alex.
play, his late game play.
Thresh is still thriving as one of the top supports. Where?
That's a fucking lie.
So we're tightening the chains on one of his most versatile tools.
He's worse than Pike.
I mean, honestly, I think this actually hurts him a lot because I remember specifically in fights, Elijah could start the fight with Flay, cue them, we'd fight a little bit, and he'd actually get a second Flay off.
Yeah,
Every
now
time.
this is gonna be a little huge. Like
Yeah.
early.
Like, does this affect like the auto damage? Like,
No.
if Flay's on
Especially if
cooldown,
I fuck it up
does
too,
the-
Chris.
does
Like
the
if I
auto
miss the
damage
fight.
keep
Yeah.
going?
It's
Like,
not
I'm not-
huge, but it's definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
Definitely noticeable.
If Flay's on cooldown though, the auto attack damage keeps going no matter
Yes.
what. Okay.
Alright, Vlad. What do I think of fucking
Unk?
Unk? Yeah, what do I think of Unk? So, I think Unk is kind of like, you need to play like 100 games to be good at him. But once
Well,
you're good at
yo,
him,
you're
you
good at
play
him,
like a
it's over.
bitch, and then you just win the game.
It's over, dude.
Like,
Yeah, a fed Vladimir is so scary.
I
Because he
hate
just
him.
runs through your team and he never dies.
yeah, he
He's
just
so
wipes
boring.
everyone. He's boring as hell, but he's a very safe pick if you're good. But to get good, you need to play 100 games. But in general, I think he needs a buff. I think he's actually pretty shitty. When you find a good Vladimir, it's like finding a good Thresh. You almost never see it. So I think I'm gonna keep my opinion the same as Thresh. I think we need to see a buff because I
Like-
think we don't see him enough.
When you played against Iona, the guy was 10-0 Vladimir against my Corki, and I was 0-8, and he still got like clapped.
I mean, I was Cogmod. It's not fair.
Oh, Lurky Hunt.
But still, you know, as a mid laner, they should be able to shit on the AD. I feel like if you're that fed as a mid laner who's like this,
Yeah, but if you're against me, I mean, it's a different story.
Lurky Hunt, Lurky Hunt.
But anyway, so Vlad, I'm hoping to see some buffs. What are they doing? Q cooldown decreased later. As champ who used to rush item components for CDR, okay, but can no longer do so, okay. Vlad has been thrown for a loop.
this is a shit buff.
Let's see this.
They just tossed him a bone.
0.2 seconds.
I mean,
They just tossed Unc a bone.
you
like
max
one-
Q
like 1 second
first,
late.
so you're feeling it, you know, pretty quickly, but are you
Yeah,
feeling anything?
It's like
You're feeling
1
like a
second.
tickle.
Yeah.
But you have to
Like,
remember, this is on top of, like, CDR.
Well, actually, I was gonna say with CDR, like at 4
probably
seconds
would be
max
like-
rank, it's kind of like crazy.
I mean, but it went from
You're
5 to
he's
4.
queuing you like
But that's a
constantly when you're
lot.
fighting him.
Like, think about it. That's 20%.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like based on like what the CDR system is now, like that's like what, like 0.4 seconds off cooldown or something.
No. So basically, how it is now is usually in a game, if you're building for cooldown, which Vladimir should be, he will get around the equivalent of, I believe, 40% CDR in the old system. So it became like from 2.5 to around like maybe 2.25 or like closer to 2, because it actually goes a little above 40%, but
So it's just probably like 1.9 now or 2 seconds. I don't know.
like it
It's
was
Q.
closer to 3, now it's
It's Q?
closer to 2. Yeah.
yeah,
so like now he gets stuck me every 2 seconds.
dude. Yeah, that's gonna be so annoying while fighting him though. He's always gonna be queuing you constantly, constantly.
Like especially if he builds one of those lifesteal items, which like he's not supposed to.
Yeah,
build.
he's constantly healing throughout the entire fight, like while you're fighting him.
Honestly, this just makes having like the empowered queue up like a lot more often really good.
Yeah, that too.
So overall, pretty good change actually, I would say. Sleeper change.
Even though it's
Sleeper
1
change.
second.
Unc.
Honestly, yeah. But it's such a low cooldown though. Like 5 to 4 is big. 4 to 3 would be huge. Like the level of impact that would have would be huge.
Dude, that would make Unc
Because
crazy.
it's like ratio based on cooldown, and so like the lower
Yes.
you.
That would make Unc too crazy, yo.
Yeah. So yeah, sleeper edition. All right. So Yorick. So I'm pretty
Ori?
sure I'm the only Yorick player here, right?
You get
Yeah.
his cock drone.
Only
Okay.
you.
So what they did to Yorick basically just like gave him the biggest kiss on the mouth he's ever seen.
Nice,
Like,
finally.
since his rework, what they did to him last patch was like insanely good. People were saying like, "Yo, Yorick is actually like low key broken." If you're good at him, you have to be good at him though.
What they do to him last patch?
His maiden basically got, I think, nerfed a little bit, but now
The
his
maiden?
E got omega buffed. His E spawns any like minions you have up, like you know the little graves that are around. His E will just insta
So if
spawn
I have
them.
4 graves, but none of them spawned in, and I E them, the
graves
minions
will
just gonna
spawn.
spawn in and maul him
Yes.
immediately. Wow, that's honestly crazy.
And
Because
the
like you could
minions,
set it up, do the E and then Q them, and then have the minions go. Like that's honestly insane.
but that's not all. The E
Wow.
damage,
Ooh, more for
if the minions jump on you now, they deal their initial damage of like an auto, but doubled when they jump on you, and then you know they obviously auto you. So not only, basically he actually just became insane poking. Like if you landed the E and you had 4 minions, your poke would just be insane.
So it's kind of like old Yorick in a way.
Kind of. The ghoulies actually meant something.
ooh, gooly.
Like I remember old Yorick, like the ghoulies, like they had a small ass.
They
hitbox.
beat the shit out of
Like,
you.
Those shits just jump on you because they have a smaller hitbox than fucking Fizz.
Yeah, like he was actually so good. I think they
I know he had no counter pick.
they hot fixed him last patch, and now I guess they're finishing the job here. I hope he's still good, but there's no way they're gonna buff him. I heard he was actually ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like his passive is gonna be nerfed.
Mistwalker damage decreased. Yep, the ghoulies are getting nerfed. E initial leap damage decreased. Yeah, because it was ridiculous. Now deals
The
increased
ghoulies were
damage
too strong.
over 8 attacks. Interesting. Turrets now prioritize minions over the maiden. That is huge.
Wow. Even if the maiden's sucking them, it hits the minion.
Dude, that is so big.
So we woke Yorick. No, it's gonna always target the main if it's attacking them, but
Okay.
I'll explain this. So we woke up Yorick up and brought him back to life. Yeah, like Like, he was actually ridiculous. They
That makes
already
sense,
quick
actually.
nerfed him, like, in the last patch. But anyway.
Even if Daisy's not attacking any minions, the tower still attacks Daisy automatically, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so the passive, the damage is going down by how much? By 11. Honestly,
Not too bad.
it matters more
minus
early
5%
than late.
AD.
Oh, yeah. It matters more early than late because of the jump damage that it gave early. The jump damage early, like, you literally just won trades by Eing them and you didn't even fight them
Wow,
yet.
that was double.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
So they're taking that away and they're making it normal damage, but now they actually want the Ghoulies autos to mean something, which is much worse. It's still better than before. No matter what, it's better than before, but it's worse than what we had. But
You're
it's
more
still a buff.
to keep the Ghoulies alive in the fight.
I mean, they're gonna die anyway, but like now you're more likely to not get the full damage off that they could do because people are gonna kill them. And then Eulogy, aka the ult.
They used to put that on Daisy, honestly.
I mean, see, here's the thing though, because like.
Because Nick, since that works like that, I put Daisy just to like tank and just like preserve the minion wave as long as possible. Since I know like it does that.
Daisy has a better power curve than the Maiden though. The Maiden needs Yorick to actually get the full use out of it, and it has no CC. Daisy has CC, so
But,
Daisy is ultimately
without
better.
Ivern, like it's just kind of just like useless. Like like Daisy's gonna knock you up, but like without Ivern there, like
Well, yeah, but you can choose who you attack with Daisy. You can't make the ulti go on someone unless you E.
I thought you said there was like an advanced tactic to control the Maiden a while back ago.
Yeah, but you can't make it attack people unless you attack them or E. There's different tactics you use to control the Maiden, but you can never really make her attack anything.
It's not just like a directing like Tibbers.
I'm talking about like movement wise, but
yeah, that's what I meant.
But I'm not gonna reveal that because I don't want people finding out about that.
Is that shit not really like that known?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Right, it's listening for talent.
Like I'll have to go on the Yorick mains to find out.
I don't know if they know.
Wow.
But I'm not revealing that shit because I want to keep using it. So anyway, Zach. What do you think of Zach, young man?
After today?
No, not after today. Not after today.
Oh, in general.
Yeah, in general.
I think he's pretty good. I think he's just really good for like being disruptive in fights and ganking. Like, if you want to gank with him, like let's do it, yo.
How are they doing this to him?
So basically,
I hope he gets a buff. I hope he gets a buff because he's in a decent spot. Like he's an okay jungler.
Well,
I hope he gets buffed.
I really agree with you. I just think he's literally just CC bot. His damage to me doesn't matter. His cooldowns matter a shit ton.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just does CC. Like his damage is honestly negligible. You're a tank. You're gonna kill the AD anyway. You don't really need to damage anyone else. But
I think his damage matters. Like when Howard plays Zach, he goes full AP and just like stomps out games.
All right, but that's only Howard.
Yeah,
you can still do like crazy damage on him while building full tank.
Yeah,
because like even the AP items give you like health and some tank stats.
I'm trying to think. Like I'm trying to decide. In my mind, does he need to get buffed or nerfed?
I think buffed.
I haven't seen him in ranked, so I'm gonna say buffed. What are they doing? W damage increase. Between last season's change to jungle camp health and Bomby Cinder, Zach lost a lot of his mid-game clear speed. I feel like that doesn't matter though. I feel like most of the Zach plays you're supposed to do are like early game.
I mean, it is true, but like his clear is horrible.
You're not supposed to be clear. You're supposed to be ganking.
Like it takes him a minute to do the Raptors.
How? He has so much AoE.
Do you want him to E it and then not be able to E mid? That's just like a 20-second cooldown.
I guess. Just W that shit.
Facts.
Yes, that does a wiener damage.
And then you have Bommy's fucking whatever.
Yeah, Bomby Cinder.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Okay, what are they doing? Okay, they're upping the base damage by 10, and then they're doing it by... This is, like, barely anything. It's better for AP.
They're doubling his AP ratio on the...
Okay, but are you supposed to build AP on Zach? Like, come on.
They want it to be more.
This is for troll
option.
people. This
You're
is for troll people.
You're supposed to get like Leandries and like the healthy.
Yeah, you can build him like Bruiser. They want him to be more Bruiser.
It's like,
oh, why would you do that when you can be full tank?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
Bruiser
saying.
Zach does like clap cheeks. Like if you know what you're doing, like holy shit, you do a lot of fucking damage.
I would say that only matters in low elo. I would say if you're in higher elo, like if you go that, you're gonna get the shit beat out of you.
For sure. Full tanks.
I don't think any tank junglers are really good right now.
Excuse me. That's because tanks aren't good in general.
Yes. So like making him more damage wise is smart.
Okay, so I actually heard about this shit. I guess
Jungle?
this is why they're doing it, because I think jungle's a boring ass role with only like 3
Fringe
or 4.
junglers. Do they consider fringe junglers Darius and Mordekaiser? Holy shit.
Yeah, so
Diana jungle?
they're
I
like
used to play that.
they're buffing like these junglers because there's only like 3 or 4 actually good junglers at a time, and they want more.
Ivan.
Oh my god, shut up about Ivan. So
He's one of
they're
the good
omega
junglers.
buffing Darius's passive against junglers.
Yeah,
or
oh my
against jungle
goodness.
camps.
Ivan isn't even.
He's gonna make him
Diana-
bleed, yo.
Omega buffed. Like, look at this shit. Holy shit.
That is huge.
Yeah, they're just doubling her base stats.
Yeah, and they just fucking buffed her in mid too. Like, look at the attack speed, just 20% off the bat. Like, that's crazy.
They're gonna nerf her in her patch.
They want more jungle to be more of a thing.
More jungle is insane.
How is he gonna gank you? Just walk away from the E. It's like 2 PP.
I mean, how the fuck does Karthus gank at that point? He doesn't. He just
He
farms.
He hits us to ult and Q, I guess.
He just farms. Like, Mordekaiser's like a mid to late game champion in my
I'd rather have
opinion.
Karthus jungle than Mordekaiser though.
I'd rather have Mord. Zed. Fucking... How about apply
Zed
champions
jungle
once every
too?
10 seconds.
What?
No
That's
way.
bad. That's
That
so
is
bad.
shit.
How is this jungle tuning?
Wait, this is crazy. You can't apply the passive on minions.
That hurts his CS so much.
I mean, not if you're good. But now, I mean, no one played Zed already, but now if you're bad, you're really not encouraged to play Zed. No longer deals
it's
increased
like a
damage
free
100%.
CS tool, you know?
So it's 300 and it's only capped for epic monsters. Wow. He's probably a better jungler, honestly.
Crazy. That is so crazy. Zed jungle.
Morgana.
He seems like a better jungler than a mid laner.
Out of all the changes here, Morgana got the least help in the jungle.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Mr. Shuck was playing it before, so it must be good already.
Oh my god. So overall, I think these changes are fucking stupid. I don't think these people should be played jungle. Anyway, support
agree.
mythics. So tell me, Elijah,
Ooh,
as the
yeah.
support connoisseur, let me see what the...
Yeah.
Actually, this is probably going to be spoilers. I don't want to read this.
These are
Until
Ivan
later.
items.
So Elijah, tell me, have you used Moonstone Renewer?
Yep.
How does it feel?
Yes.
So yeah.
I actually think it's sleeper decent because in the few games I've played support and I've used this item, I didn't think I was doing that much with it, but when I look at the numbers,
It felt
it
useless.
looks a lot, but
I
I
felt
didn't
better
feel like it was
using
ever
Athene's.
proccing.
Yeah. I
It's like,
agree with
it's like using Athene's, like you see the number on the Athene's passive, but when you go to heal someone, like you feel like you're actually healing them for that same amount.
Well, that's because it's a big burst. Like,
But like this shit, like it just feels like you're not really doing anything. Like I've played Ivan with like both items for like I played him for years building that same item, and like it just feels a lot worse building that item. Like I don't know. I'd rather build like the Imperial Decree, honestly.
let's see what they're doing. So, apparently, it's too good.
What?
Let's see. Moonstone for more heals and shields,
Like,
Shrouds for more
Athene's had
nimble
no
feet.
cooldown. It's in better.
Wait, so I'm confused. 50 to 100, so
Based on
60.
target
So it's
level.
better early, but barely. For
Yeah, at
each
a cost
second
of getting like
combat.
sucked late.
Yeah, so it stacks. So it's even worse scaling.
Wow.
Oh, but the heal gets increased. Okay. This is terrible. Okay, Shirley's battle song. Have you ever used this, Elijah?
Only on Rakim.
Is it good?
No.
Yeah, it feels fine. I mean, I don't know, but it feels like kind of whatever. It just feels like
Yeah,
what's that other item?
Randuin's. Or
No, not random. What's that speed item back in like Righteous Glory?
Yeah.
It's like Righteous Glory. That's all it is.
Does it feel like strong? Like, do you notice like it when you
Not
get it? Does
really.
it change anything?
No, not really. No.
Okay, so this
I need
item's
to
fucking
buff-
ass.
need to
So let's
buff.
see.
Yeah.
No longer empowers the next 3 instances of damage. I didn't even know it did that. Empowering or protecting another allied champion grants you both move. Oh, that's super good. Holy shit. And that's a
Yeah,
passive?
now that he can give it. Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Ezra Khan, if you shield me, I just gain move speed.
Yeah.
That's good.
That
And
is
he can proc it
ridiculous.
twice back to back.
Yeah, that is actually ridiculous. And then it gives ability haste.
And Zaya already gets speed boost with her W, right?
Yeah, if she autos. That's pretty good, honestly. That's really good. I think it's still shitty, but for the people who already used it, I think it's gonna be better. But I don't think anyone who's using this shit. Probably just
Yeah.
Khan. And Staff of Flowing Water. This item, in my opinion, is sleeper broken.
I never use it.
It's sleeper broken if you have this.
It's good.
Like, it's
Should I
almost
get
always
a
on.
Lulu?
Absolutely. What the fuck? Dude, this thing is crazy. But anyway, I'm pretty sure they're nerfing it because in my opinion it's actually ridiculous. So it's granting 20 ability haste and 20 to 40 AP. Yeah, they nerfed it. So they want this to just be for cooldown in AP, not move speed in AP, because that's on Shirelia's. Overall, this thing got hard nerfed. It's not as good anymore, actually. You don't have to build this shit.
Nice.
Frozen Heart, slight buff, kind of ass still. Chemtech Purifier, this thing has been ass.
I didn't even know that was an item.
Yeah, like this thing has been ass since it's been out.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
So they're still buffing it. It basically just is for shielding. Powers with Allen, your next damage to the enemy. So it gives your teammates grievous wounds now. Times apply grievous wounds will now be called out in chat. No one cares. Basically, they just want grievous wounds to be better. And if you get this, you're giving someone else grievous wounds too. So actually, this is kind of sleeper, I think, really good now. For supports, at least.
The Chemtech Purifier.
Like, let's say, Elijah, I don't have, like, healing reduction because I need to burst tanks. You could give me anti-heal.
Yeah, so that kind of just solves it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good anti-heal item.
Sleeper, I think. Ionian Boots. They're getting nerfed. I don't know why. I feel like barely anyone goes this.
CDR boots?
Yeah, like I feel like they're so shitty compared to all the other boots now. But apparently not in pro play. I don't know. I think this is shit.
I love when they do like pro specific fucking nerfs.
Yeah, so because it's only done in pro, this is never done in normal, so it doesn't matter. Hextech Rocket Belt. I always hated this item. I never liked this shit. I'm trying to think though. I don't think it's ridiculous. I think it used to be ridiculous.
I don't even see anybody like who uses that? Kogoth, maybe?
Fizz,
yeah.
Like people who need to get on you. Like yeah Echo. It's
Silas.
Very niche. It's very niche. Silas, yeah. So are those people that use it crazy? Silas is whatever. Echo's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Echo's nuts, but not because of this item.
I think it helps though. It definitely helps in my opinion. If
Casson
he doesn't get you, this will.
The Everfrost. I don't know.
Casson does not build this shit. I hope. Yeah,
why
overall,
would he? He's always gonna get on you.
Honestly, I think this is
Everfrost
fine.
Makes more sense on Cass.
You
You can like stun them
so.
and lock them down, like WQ them and then R back onto them again.
I guess. I'd rather just go Ludens, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly have no clue what to say with this item. So what are they doing? They're nerfing it, but they're giving it Magic Pen. Ugh, that's scary. The Ornn upgrade, no one cares. Okay, so this is useless. They're just nerfing it. Titanic. I barely see anyone go this anymore because there's no like really big health builders with tanks. And if there is, there's other items that are just better.
Yeah.
Like I see almost no one build this.
I only sometimes build this item on Shen.
And yeah, because you're a tank, like.
Exactly.
And tanks are barely played, and even then, there's better items. This is like for damage if you're a tank. Like, no. But anyway, shifting its power away from early game and low health builds. Who was building this if they were low health? What?
Fiora.
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Equal to 2% bonus health. So it actually got nerfed. So now it's actually like you need to build tank. You can't be tanky, like you can't be healthy. You need to have the tank from the items. That's, I don't know. I think this is worse, and no one's gonna really build this. In shop updates, no one cares. Shurima Clash, no one cares. Season 5. Oh,
ooh, the honor chromas.
Wait, that black one looks nice. Okay, so each season we add new chromas for Medieval, Twitch, and Grey Warwick. But this shop is useless because they're not going to add anything else, so no one cares. ARAM, cool. Bug fixes, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, now the skins.
Oh my. Black Frost Scion?
The thing that makes Riot their money. Elijah, what do you think of these skins?
Watch your Vel'Koz looks good.
Chris, I like Scion.
Dude, Scion looks like a brute.
Dragon Slayer Rat?
Yeah, I don't think it's that good personally. It's okay. It's not that good.
Ooh, I like Kale.
Yeah, Kale and Galia.
And then Guinevere Beck?
Yup, her release skin.
Oh my.
Look at the little fucking cat.
I like the skins look pretty solid this patch.
They're alright. I wouldn't say there's any bad skin in here. Like, there's no skin I'm like,
Yeah, exactly. All of them look pretty good.
The Kale one looks fucking sick, though. Like, her endgame looks sick. Vel'Koz Watcher is like good. It's basically Watcher Vel'Koz. Ignore the Blood.
I like how it's like off meta champs too.
Yeah, the ones no one will play. Scion sounds so bad, but really nice skin for him. Twitch, I think this is a whatever skin, honestly, middle of the pack. And Gwen, early skin, whatever. And then we have the Chromas. Overall,
oh yeah, Chroma.
What do we think of this whole thing? There was actually some like spicy things in here, I think. Like the Chemtech Purifier, the Rammus Rumble.
This is a pretty decent patch, if you ask me.
Like some of the stuff in here, I was like, oh shit. Jungle.
I like
shit.
the jungle. I like the jungle stuff.
Support reworking.
Just so we can throw more junglers in there, like the Diana stuff. I'm excited to play. Like I'll actually go Diana jungle.
Dang it. Okay, so
I don't like the lack of Ivern buffs.
I don't like the lack of AD changes, besides the simple Ofelios buffs, which do nothing. 7.5 out of 10 Marc merrills for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 7. 7 Marc merrills.
I say 7.5.
Your jungle clears are a bit too fast for Ivern to keep up with high elo.
Damn.
Like you can't expect them to wait.
I think they just need to hire Hunt and do the buffs on for Ivern based on Hunt, like what Hunt thinks.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with my score 7.5. I actually like the fucking Mundo change, and like there's a lot of spicy changes in here.
Can we please just get the Mundo rework already?
But it's like they're changing Mundo because we're gonna make him better because we know we're not gonna rework him for a year, even though we said we would.
Come on, yo.
Stupid.